Yeah, we're in Austria here for Group 2 in LSR. As Nander sets a 1 minute 4.012. And I know we're slightly late. Apologies on my end. I had some personal stuff to deal with. Anyways. Nander on provisional pole with a 1 minute 4.012, followed by Sneaky Rob 1 minute 04.114. Emre in the Red Bull, the Turkish driver in the Red Bull, who, if I recall, won last time out here in Group 2. But yeah, so far top 3, relatively close between the 3. Alexis looking like he's having some issues. Yeah, under 210 separating the top 3. Oh, wrong button. Let me go ahead and turn down the audio. That. That might have made it worse. Alright. Going through the field, I've already covered the top 3. Which top 2 are currently midfield runners in real life, actually. Anyways. Going through Gumball P4 in the Williams. With a 1 minute 4.376. As I believe there's some rain starting. Yes, there is. There's drops. There's drops on the halo. There, if you can see that. On the halo of Shahomi's AlphaTauri. You can see those drops. So I can confirm it is starting right here in qualifying. Here at the Austrian Grand Prix. Here in Group 2. Looking at Shahomi currently with a 1 minute 4.918. Looks like he's gonna come in and pit this lap. Natty currently on an out lap. Let's see if hopefully he can get his lap in. Because if not, he will be suffering. It looks like he's suffering. Hopefully he can get his lap in. So that he won't be suffering from the rain. As looking behind. Who's that? It looks like it is Emre. Yeah, looks like Alexis' car is stuck there at the moment. He's reporting issues. James, currently on a lap in currently in sector 2, downhill difficult braking zone there. Now going into, I don't know how many turns there are, if I'm being honest. It's long right, left-hander, before another left-hander sweeping fast corners here. Here at the Austrian circuit here in Spielberg. Now going into the final sector. Hopefully he won't see some track limits. No, he won't. See what time he will set coming across the line. James, P8 still not improving. A little bit over 2/10 off his current time. Going down the field, Natty currently in sector 3 at the moment. Looks like he's had a bit of an error. Cause yeah, he's invalidated his lap. He probably got the effects of the wet track. going on board with the Haas of Electric Envy. Currently P13 at the moment with his teammate Dodolingo. P14 at the moment. Not looking good for the two Haas cars at the moment. Still a little bit outside of the points. Both currently having low, extremely low minute 5 times. So there's definitely some potential for them to go into the mid to high 104s. Definitely with some potential with track evolution, but yeah, looks like a lot of drivers starting to retire just due to the wet weather. Really unfortunate. Husky down in P17 in the Aston Martin. Currently in Sector 2 at the moment. As we are about to head into the final 2 minutes of qualifying here. Vacant. With really poor time of a 1 minute 6.056 compared to his teammate Sneaky Rob of a 1 minute 4.114. So roughly slightly over two seconds off his teammate. So a lot of drivers currently at the moment retiring, but Viperize out here is currently improving by a couple hundredths of a second. It's going right on board with him. Down 310, looks like that's, yeah, the circuit is now wet. The drops are starting to become more and more noticeable. Sneaky Rob is right on board with Sneaky Rob going to the turn and braking at the 100. Careful on that curb on the exit, as you can run over that curb and get an invalidation. Now going off to turn 3, and got the 100. Looks like Rob went into neutral. Not getting the best exit there. Out of turn 3. Now going into the downhill braking zone, turn 4. Careful on the power here. The rain is starting to take its effect. Is there spray? Not yet. So you're riding on board with turn 5. So yeah, rain is starting to take its effect here on the track. Vito looks like he's joined quite late here. See what time he gets at. We're on board with Vito. Careful on the power there, as track is starting to become wet here. So let's see if he can at least put himself somewhere relative, hopefully. Slightly out of the top 10 here. So a lot of drivers retiring here already giving up and not looking for improvement. As Vito looks like he has invalidated his lap. Even though I still would have not put him anywhere relatively well. So yeah, really unfortunate as it is cold. See how long Alexis still not having moved. Yeah, look at just Alexis. Just going to see the beautiful shot. Some beautiful camera shots here of the Alpine. Here in a beautiful Spielberg circuit here in Austria. Actually, I'll take the time to edit my audio settings even further. Turn down the music completely because we don't like that. Because we do not like that. Now, looks like Nandra's taking pole position in the McLaren here in Austria, followed by Emre in the Turkish Red Bull by under half a tenth here. So really close between the McLaren and Red Bull here today. And finishing off the top three is Rob in the Alpine. So really good stuff here from the McLaren, Red Bull, and Alpine drivers respectively. Jeez. It looks like Gumball and Tagajo finishing off the top five. So good stuff for them. Really good stuff. As let's hopefully see if it's not a wet race. I mean, a wet race will always be good. So let's hopefully see if it is. Now we are just waiting for the 5 red lights. It is, I called it wet race, lads. Wet race. So, let me go in and hydrate for my voice really quick. I believe it is the UK, I think. If you conserve your tires enough, you may be able to go for what's anyway wet. Okay, formation lap. We are testing formation lap. I just remembered seeing it, so let's hopefully see it's not bugged. Cause I'm hoping it's not bugged. So going through the field, looks like Alexa got control of his car again, so that's good for him. Nothing looking relatively bad in formation lap at the moment. Oh, it's intermediate conditions. I thought it'd be wet conditions. So you can either go full inter, no stop, or you can just take the one single stop for a fresh set of inters. But I think if it does end up going back to dry conditions, I could definitely see a lot of drivers being called out, getting caught out at the moment. So as the leaders are now about to set into the final corner to set the grid for the LSR Group 2 Austrian Grand Prix. Like Kendrick had a little bit of has been disqualified. Looks like we have a spin there of Alexa. Looks like she's spun there, so doing a little bit of 360. Get to in their loose moment. Pooh's moment for real. Zayek as well. Looks like he has been DSQ'd already early race. As is. Whoa, what is this? As it looks like this is really weird. Finally, Nander and Seeker are both getting jump starts. Emre, hey, defending the position. Uh, looks like some cars going wide. Vacant looks like he went a little bit wide there. Really tough fight there. Natty McNasty. Natty looks like there's some incidents there. A lot of spinning there. Looks like James Kendricks. Yeah, James Kendrick, Xiaomi, and Viprise and Xiaomi have all been collected into the big incident here. Already a safety car here on lap 1. Not even through sector 1. So really chaotic start here for the Austrian Grand Prix here in LSR Group 2. Looks like Zyke and Jimbo. Zyke, Jimbo, Aston Master Electric, Envy, Husky, and Vito. All it looks like they've all benefited from that incident. But one person who is not, Viperize and Natty Big Nasty. Looks like Natty retired. Looks like there's a spin there. Awesome Gumball spinning. Looks like he had a 5-second time penalty as well. So Viperize and Awesome Gumball both have 5-second time penalties. Nander and Sneaker are both with drive-throughs. So there's definitely some people with wing damage. For example, Emery. So a lot of people moving up. Xiaomi 5-second time penalty as well. So a lot of people involved in that incident early on. Not even a sector in. And I agree with you, Chin Pimp. I feel that there might be a lobby reset. But I don't know. It's just my personal opinion. Sure, chaotic starts, but racing, it is what it is. It's racing. What can you expect, really? It's unpredictable. Unpredictable. So, but it is what it is. As we get a shot of the cars going through turn 7, 5, 6, I don't know. There's some cars still wanting to catch up. Like the bottom 4 who crashed out early on. We might go out for, we might come back on lap 4. Chimpip saying, I'm just here to see Kendrick take the podium. Speaking of Kendrick's currently P13, started from P18 actually. Husky going into the pit lane, same as Alexis. So Kendrick will benefit from that, going up at the P12. So we will probably see the restart at the end of this lap or next lap actually. So let's go and just hope for the best. Really early on. It's only lap 3 out of 36, so 33 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. No, it's not Charlotte, it's on NASCAR. It is F1. Let's go and get a beautiful shot of these F1 cars going through the corners under safety car. Yeah, looks like Xiaomi and Awesome Goodbye still a lot ways back. Though this lead will go to the Gazelle provisionally, just due to the fact that Nanda and Sneaker both have drive-thrus. And yeah, looks like we'll see the restart at the end of lap 4, just as I predicted. As Awesome Goodbye now in sector 3 actually. So hopefully we'll see if both of them catch up before the safety car restart, hopefully. As you know, So while we're waiting, I'm open to take any questions the chat might have about myself or the group. So 9 people who are currently watching, I am open to questions. So as a Ferrari going a little bit wide there. Looks like Ferrari went a little bit wide there. Who is this? I am Zersity. Group 3 driver for Mercedes. Currently in P3 or 4 in the championship. I don't know. Safety car is in this lap. So, just as I predicted, safety car does come in at the end of lap 4. Early on, looks like we have looks like Husky. Let's go see the tires now, actually. Husky and Alexis both on wets, taking that risk. So, hopefully see this restart. Definitely these two are probably going to have to take it at the end of the next lap. So, end of lap 5. Now on the restart, looks like Sneaky Rob letting people through. A lot of people going through to McLaren's P1 and 3 provisionally at the moment. JM looking for the move on Sneaky Rob at the moment, but the two Hasses of Electric Envy and Duolingo both benefiting from that. So JM falling down to P7. Zayek right behind him though, as Jimbo sending it up the inside of Zayek looking for the move, but unsuccessfully does not make the move. Nander looks like he's lost. It's like he lost the car there on the exit. Probably lost it on exit there. So Asset Master's currently up into P3, the top McLaren driver here. So currently leading the Gajot, followed by Sneaky Rob, then Asset Masters in the McLaren, followed by the two Haas cars, who both qualified really poorly early on, if I must say. So really good stuff from the two Haas cars at the moment, followed by Zayek in the Ferrari. And Jimbo, who was trying to make a move up on the inside of Zayek in turn 2, most people call it, or turn 3 as the track officially calls it, as the Gajot takes the fastest lap. No, Emre taking the fastest lap, 117.547 from the Red Bull driver, so really good stuff. JM getting a really poor exit. Emre looks like he's using the overtake, the ERS, on JM to make the overtake successful on the straight. Looks like James sending it up the inside of the Alfa Romeo of Kendricks for P10. So hopefully he's going to be able to keep that position and hopefully go higher into the top 5 potentially. Looks like Zayek making a move on Jimbo. Looks like the two Red Bulls, P6 and 7, not doing well for the home race. Looks like Red Bull's going wheel to wheel here. Little some teammate action here. Emre still in the lead Red Bull here. Still with the lead Red Bull. Looks like we have a spinner there. Because Rob, who was originally P2 at the start, and has already taken his drive-through, so really unfortunate for Rob early on. JM's getting 3-second time penalty. Nander, who also had a drive-through, looks like the two drivers who jumped to start at the moment. The Gajot doing a 16.511. Now going back to the back to P18 and 19. The two drivers who were both on the front row now are now on the back row as Alexis. Look like they made a mistake there. Going on to the wets early on. As Jimbo close behind. Still not making the move successful. Vito wheel to wheel, nearly wheel to wheel with Xiaomi there. Husky as well, going really slowly there. Looks like that was a spinner there. There. Electric Enemy looks like he's gotten past Acid Master, so that has in P2 and P4. So really good stuff. If Duolingo can get past Acid Master, then it'd be really good stuff for the two Has cars. And responding to your comment, Chimpin, no, Tommy's in around. I'm really surprised as well. He wasn't in the lobby, so really surprised here. Looks like top three are fighting. Looks like Electric Enemy and Asker are going wheel to wheel. Not Asker Hasters. Emery benefiting from that. Looks like Duolingo moving down to P4. P5, I mean, Emery going up into P4. Looking back, looks like Duolingo taking a little slightly wider line there on exit. Compared to Emery. Looks like Emery now focusing on Acid Masters. So hopefully Emery looks like he got a good run there. Still not yet getting that good run. See if he can get this good run off the final corner. Yes, he will get the good run out of the final corner. Emery moving up the inside into turn 1. The Gajot getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So good stuff from Emery for making a move up into P3. Looks like Husky, he stopped there at the pit entry, so Alexis unfortunately died in P9, so unfortunate. Alexis 15.755. So really good stuff from the Mercedes driver, but unfortunately down in P18. So really unfortunate for the Mercedes of Alexis. Going through the field now. Emmer sitting a purple sector 2. See from the mini map there. Will he take the fastest lap here in Austria, currently in P3 in the Red Bull? Yellow flag sector 3. Like it's Vito who spun there. He probably took a little bit too much curb and went slightly wide there. As I was right, Emmer taking the fastest lap. 15.502. Zayek making the move on Dodolingo, so up into P5 for Ferrari. But Dodolingo's wanting to come back. Still slightly within the limits. They're really pushing those limits there. Going for the switchback there, a little bit of contact there. James on the outside. Will he take advantage of it? Yes, he will. Moves up into P5. Those Zayek still has that inside. James looking for the switchback. Still unsuccessful that switchback, still going wheel to wheel at the moment. So really good racetrack from the two drivers of the Ferrari and Mercedes respectively. As James nearly makes small amount of contact there. Vibrate 3-second time penalty. James closely behind Zayek. Hopefully, will James get the run on Zayek for P5? No, he won't. But still in search for that move for P5. It's like James using some of the overtake. James using some of the overtake. Now James, will he send it up the inside? No, he won't. To really searching for that move. Will James get it on the exit using some of this overtake? Will he get it? He's now in the slip. Now going up the inside, nearly making contact there, and makes the move done. And completes the move. So Mercedes up into P5. But now moving slightly higher up the field. Looks like Zhou getting a little bit loose there. So Electric Envy up into P2 for the Haas. So Envy still in the lead Haas there, so he could really have a good race here in the Haas, representing the Haas. Looks like Vito, no, like Sneaky Rob having another spin. So really unfortunate. But Emirates currently in the lead of the LSR Group 2 Austrian Grand Prix here in LSR Group 2. So at the moment, Emirates currently in the lead, followed by Envy and the Gazelle finishing off the top 3. But Emirates are building a gap already, 2.6 seconds at the moment. Nearly 3 seconds now. Envy to Emirates as we had a move there. Nancy overtaking Kendricks. Emery currently has his purple sector too. So again, really good stuff from Emery. Looks like biggest movers at the moment. Emery 14.848. Good stuff from the Red Bull driver. JM another 3-second time penalty, dealing a 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. So really unfortunate stuff for those two drivers who are taking a penalty. Now looking at our biggest movers at the moment, Envy currently up 11 places in that Haas car, originally from P13. So really good stuff from Electric Envy. So potential driver of the day there. James up into P4. The Acid Master's still fighting back, but James getting the better exit there. So really good stuff from James in the Mercedes. Hey, you never know, they might need me to replace Alexis, you never know. But hey, I might be not commentating here again, so prefer to keep my commentating job. Zayek down in P6, who has made up 10 places from P16, so another potential driver of the day. But currently at the moment, our driver of the day potentially might be Electric Envy, if he can keep it alive. Vacant and Jimmo both moving up 8 and 9 places respectively. So good stuff from the two drivers in the Alpine and Red Bull. So Kendricks is coming to pit. Looks like Alexis. Looks like Alexis overtakes Kendricks, since Kendricks has come to the pits for a new set of intermediates. So not looking good for the Alfa Romeos, as Natty has already retired from lap 1. Ziggy Rob with a 14.530. So good stuff for whoever is messaging me, please stop. And looks, yeah, not looking good for the Alfa Romeos at the moment. Natty, like I said, who retired in lap 1 due to an instant big collision there, which caused the first safety car of the race, the Gazelle, with a 3-second time penalty. So really unfortunate. Dolingo 1 minute 14.288. So good stuff from Dolingo, but unfortunately, who's down in P14 with penalties as well. So that isn't even whatever, you know what? That isn't even his finishing position. Gumball taking a 3-second time penalty as well, so a lot of penalties here. Let's actually see the penalties. The Joe with 11 seconds, Vacant 3 seconds, JM with 6, Gumball, Viper, and Dodolingo. Actually, Gumball and Viper with 3 seconds, and Dodolingo with 5. So, yeah, that will be his finishing position if he doesn't increase that gap. If Electric can bring down that gap to 31 seconds, then that would be a provisional P14 for him. About 11 seconds. That is 20, no. Yeah, 20 seconds. Puts him down down into P12 at the moment. But everyone from P12 up. So from Gumball up to James move up. So potential podium for James if they can keep in within this 11 seconds. Vito looks like he retired due to Jets, and that is a safety car. So our second safety car here at Spielberg. So really good stuff, good racing from everyone here. But Vito unfortunately taking the hit and retiring due to a collision. Looks like he lost traction and spun and hit the wall. Which, believe me, it can happen. I've done it myself. So it's somewhat common if you're really careful on the throttle, if you're not careful on the throttle. So going to Stratting, he just retired on track all by himself. There's a lot of people starting to pit. Zayek with a 5-second time penalty for speeding into pit lane. A lot of the field pitting. SMS Vacant, Zayek, JM, Xiaomi, Nander, also Gumball, Jimbo, all pitting. So for new sets of intermediate tires, or wet tires actually. Let's see the tires on brand new sets of intermediate tires. So let's hopefully see if whoever those drivers that pit take advantage of those new intermediate tires, as this might be their first or second stop, or even third or fourth stop actually. Fourth stop for Alexis, Xiaomi, and Gumball sharing the 3-stop number, and everyone else only having one single stop. So really unfortunate. Yeah. I will take a small break here, so I will just leave the cars to see the most rear car there at the rear of the field. Penalties wise are Stratting. The Gajot 11 seconds, Viprise has 3 seconds due to track limits. Zayek 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, as well as Donalingo for the same thing. Vacant 3 seconds for track limits. JM like 2 track limit penalties, and Gumball with a track limit penalty as well. So a lot of penalties here. Really common theme here actually. Not only just in the pit lane, but as well as in the on the track. All the drivers are currently on intermediate tires at the moment due to the rainy conditions. Safety car potentially might come in this lap, but I don't think so. Might come in next lap, just due to the fact that Sneaky Rob still needs to catch up, who's 46 seconds behind the leader. Jeez. So, who's 40 plus seconds behind the leader, so yeah, safety car is gonna come in at the end of next lap, so end of lap 19 going into lap 20 is when the safety car will come in to let the cars go back up to racing speeds, as Kendrick's just coming to pit from P12. So taking advantage of that gap that this safety car has to Rob, putting on some fresh new intermediate tires. So will Rob actually catch up? Yes, he will. It's like might cut it very close. No, yeah, I think Rob just manages to get past Kendrick. So we're really waiting on the two drivers there. So yeah. And as always, if you do like these race replays here in LSD's commentary here in Lightning Speed Racing, make sure to subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that like button to hopefully see more races being commentated by the commentating team. That includes myself, Formula Jonah, Vacant Haddock, who's currently P9 in that Alpine, Helion, and a Hood Kool-Aid Man. It looks like they're doing a double formation. Yeah, it looks like Henry really pushing Ember there. Really doing a little Max Verstappen. And it looks like Ember does decide to go. Really already catching Electric Enemy off guard. So now we're going back up to racing speeds here. Going up into turn 1. Not anyone making any real moves. Going up and down the field at the moment. Gaps are really starting to build at the moment. James nearly making contact with the Gajot there. Check Enemy going a little bit wide there, as you can see. Acid Masters is going a little bit wider there as well. Yellow flags, look at Vipers has spun it, but managed to save it there. So good stuff from Vipers there, managing to save the car. And Duddling goes well, looks like he's spun it. So extreme unfortunate for the hatch driver of Duolingo. But his teammate, Electric Envy, up into P2. Who's been up there for a while actually. And they have, so yellow flags, awesome gumball, looks like he's lost it there. Probably took a little bit too much green curb there. Now looks like JM looking for a move on the inside of Nander, but still hasn't made the move successfully. But Alexis going up the inside of JM, so good stuff from Alexis, moving up into P12. But JM finding back was slightly up ahead. They're going to put temporarily 3 wide. Nander going up the inside of Xiaomi. Will he make the move successful? Yes, he will. But Xiaomi, yeah, Xiaomi doesn't fight it. But Nander eager to make a move on Vipers up the inside. Nander goes, makes the move successful. Yes, he will. Vipers going a bit wide there, onto the wet gravel track there. So that's him down from P8 to P12. Especially with the field being this relatively close. Especially from the safety car restart, so that gravel and traction can really punish you here if the field's so closely tight together. As he's moving up the field, Zayek Nander's taking a faster lap, 12.747. Track is starting to get faster. Zayek looks like he made a move on to Gajot. Zayek now preparing for the move. Make a little bit of contact there. Zayek in the process of trying to send it up the inside of Electric Envy. Look at Assetmaster making the move on James. Since James did go slightly a little bit wide there. James losing another position there to Nander. So McLaren P5, P6 at the moment. So really good stuff from the McLarens, but really poor from the Mercedes of James. As Zion goes around the outside of Envy to go up into P2 for Scuderia Ferrari. So good stuff from Zayek to go up into P2. The Peugeot still falling down places, currently being hunted by James in that Mercedes. Will James get a good exit here? Using his ERS, James. Not making progress, but Xiaomi looking for the move, but unsuccessful. It's like Nander going up the inside, going wheel to wheel. Envy looks like he went a little bit wide there, not a little bit wide, a little bit deep into turn 2/3. So that's Envy out of the podium, but Asset Masters looking to follow his teammate Nander through in the sister McLaren. Let's hopefully see if Asset Masters can follow Nander through for P3, P4 for the McLarens, hopefully. But Nander's already on Zayek's tail, rear wing. Speaking of Nander, also sets a purple sector too. So Nander really setting the pace here. Currently fastest man on track. Zayek, who went a little bit wide there, getting a little bit loose on that exit. Taking a little bit too much curb. Nander at 12.609. So progressively getting faster and faster. So really good stuff from Nander, who's currently fastest man on track. As yeah, you're correct, our Shining. Vibrate and Duolingo have both pitted for medium tires. As Nander sends it up the inside. Zayek managing not to get hit in the process, so Nander, really good stuff from Nander. Going up into P2, that McLaren. But Asmaster's still yet to follow through. And it looks like the rain has stopped, but go to one of the cars at the rear. Yeah, there is no spray, so rain has officially stopped. So let's go ahead and see if looks like Aston Master, sorry, got a little bit wide there. James coming into the pit lane for hopefully will most likely be medium tires, and I am correct. Taking that risk. Hopefully he'll be able to go faster. Vacant with a 3-second time penalty. Duolingo is going faster, slightly under 2.5 tenths up on his time. So yeah, Viprice going quicker. So let's hopefully see if that risk that Viprice and Duolingo both took, see if that risk does end up paying off. Because you guys will end up having to pit for dry tires sooner or later, because those intermediate tires will end up wearing out quicker than expected in the dry. As a 3-second time penalty, Alexis a 3-second time penalty, as Zayek comes into pit, same as the Gajot and Vacant, and Kendricks So all four of them both come in. All four of them come in for dry tires. Duolingo. Looks like those curves are still wet. Going slightly a little bit wider there. Zyke and Kendrick's both going, and the Gajot all going on to soft tires within these final 10 laps here of the Austrian Grand Prix. The Gajot, is that wing damage already? No. He got lucky there. Yellow flag sector 1 looks like it's vacant. And that is a VSC. The real question is, what will Emre do? Will he pit for dry tires and potentially risk the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix and a potential race win? That is the real question here. Will he risk it? No, he won't. What about Nander? Yes, he will. He will take that risk. Aston Masters as well, taking that risk. Envy. Jimbo looks like he was half on, half off the line. Lexus taking a risk. Rob not taking the risk. Xiaomi. Yeah. Looks like the top 10. A lot of these guys are going. Looks like Kendrick has a drive-through for speeding under VSC. So Zyke as well, going a little bit wide, going wide there. In front of him, who was that? Looks like it is the Gajot. He's retired. Looks like he lagged out actually. So yeah, you're pretty much right. It's already time for dry tires. There's no spray coming off the cars. As the sun, I don't know if you saw that, but there was a spot of sunlight there breaking between the clouds. So Zayag DNFing as well. So a lot of people already giving up. Emre looks like now he's taking that risk. That puts him down P5, P6, roughly, if I'm correct. See if the Rebel pit guys can do some good stuff. Looks like Xiaomi as well coming into pit. And so Nander taking the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. Now, can Nander build this gap between James? 11.256. James on those medium tires. James and Lexus P5 and 6 for the two Mercedes. So really good recovery from the two McLaren. I'd say McLaren's Mercedes. So really good stuff. P5 and 6. So really good stuff. Alexis looks like he set up purple sector 1 on those soft tires. Now can Aston Master, looks like Aston's taking a little bit wide line there. Hopefully go a little bit inside on the exit, but no, taking a little bit too much curb there at the apex. Aston Master. But really good performance from McLaren at the moment. If they can keep this, keep it up, and hopefully probably a double podium actually. Nander a 109.678. So more, looks like it's more than ready for dry tires. So mostly soft and medium runners. Whoever Gumball with a 1 minute 109.376. So Gumball taking that fastest lap in P7 at the moment. The single Williams there at the moment. So looks like Alexis going overtaking his teammate James, so a little bit of teamwork there between the two. A little teammate swap there. As JM and Jimbo both going wheel to wheel temporarily, but JM does go through. So let's hopefully see if Jimbo can climb up the field, because looking at the penalties, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. So Emmer taking a fastest lap, 1 minute 8.384. So Emmer really starting to close that gap within these final 6 laps. Really having that Magic's ERS, having slightly more than half compared to Nander's 43% ERS. So Emmer really went on the conservative side on the ERS side of things. So our driver is having penalties. This should bring it down to 24 seconds. So yeah, if JM can increase that gap, then create that gap behind, then he should be able to get into the points. But at the moment, I don't think he will. Master's going 15 seconds. I'll put him P7, P8 roughly there. That just Gumball's penalty will move him down to P8. Emmer is 1 minute 108.116. Dodolingo doing that lap actually. On those sauce 5.9 seconds faster on his personal best. Sigurov 3-second time penalty. James with a 3-second time penalty, so both Mercedes. Vibrates in 9 seconds with the penalties at the moment, so penalties being a really common theme for a lot of the field here. Gumball's on James's rear wing at the moment with the DRS. So let's see if potentially he can get into P6. Because at the moment James is on mediums compared to Gumball, he's on the soft tires. So we have a spinner there. Not Envy. Looks like it's Dodolingo. Looks like he is getting a lot. Emmer 107.958, so really closing that gap. Under 3 seconds to what it was nearly 7 to 8 seconds. So let's hopefully see if, as one of the look at Vibrice spin as well. I don't know if you saw that. I'll look into chat for any new comments. Dodolingo looks like he is now lapped. So it looks like also Gumball not getting the right exit, so losing time to James. Look like Viprice is spun again. Very unfortunate for Viprice. Really poor race. P13 down 6 positions. Originally started P4. My math's correct. Emmer 107.523, so really closing that gap. 2.8 seconds between Nander and Emmer. Looks like Emmer went on to the grass a little bit there. A little bit loose on exit coming out of turn 1. So really close between the two. Looks like Dolingo has officially retired. So really unfortunate, as the singular has of not Dolingo, Envy will be the one who scores points. Viprice has retired as well, coming into the pits. So really, if Kendricks can close his gap to sneak around within these final 3 laps, then he'll actually get some potential points actually. As Gumball does go past James for P6, so Gumball now splitting the 2 Mercedes here in Group 2, here in Spielberg, excuse me. Jimbo with a 3 second time penalty there, so a lot of quick battles here. Alexa looking for P4 on Acid Masters. Now looking at the penalties, wrong one. 3 seconds, so pretty much all drivers with penalties are all bunched up at the moment. Nander 107.377, so really blasting these lap times at the moment. So really good stuff from Nander at the moment. Envy defending that his looks like his first podium back actually, if I recall. So let's hopefully see. Really, Envy really does just end up led Alexis and SMS was fight as Alexis, as you can see, as you just saw from the rear view of Envy, made the move up on the inside of SMS, but Acid just go back past. So these are really gonna start fighting. So as we're going wheel to wheel, Gumball really defending that well there from James, but right behind James is JM. So potential P8 for Gumball if he cannot defend this on the final lap. Going back up to Andy, who's currently on his podium run. Yellow flag sector 1. Looks like it's the Lexus going down to P8 from P5. P4 actually. Yeah, P5. So let's see if Alexis can get his positions back. JM up in P6 at the moment. Going wheel to wheel with James at the moment. But right behind James is his teammate Alexis. So JM potential P5 here at the moment. Now going up in his leaders. Nander winning his first race here in LSR, followed by Emre in P2, taking fastest lap. Looks like Aston Martin looks like he did manage to overtake Electric Envy, but Envy with no penalties. So on track, Aston Martin will finish on the podium, but in the results, Envy will finish on the podium. So really good stuff. So both Mercedes just managing to get points today. So really good stuff for the two Mercedes, constructors wise. So really good stuff. Congrats to Envy on his first podium in LSR. So race is finished. Really crazy race. A really hectic race with the two Mercedes. That's two Mercedes, the two safety cars that were Mercedes branded. So here is Nander on the podium for the first time, which as we say goodbye. Here is your finishing results. Nander winning the Austrian Grand Prix, followed by Emre in P2, Electric Envy P3, Aston Masters P4, Gumball P5, Xiaomi P6, James P7, JM P8, Jimbo P9, Alexis P10, Kendricks P11, and Stinker Rob P12. So that is it from me here in LSR Group 2, here at the Austrian Grand Prix, here in Spielberg. But yeah, that's it from me. Hopefully we'll have a stream set up for tomorrow, Group 3. That is where I'll race in. So let's hopefully see. If we can hopefully see a Group 3 stream tomorrow. Anyways, that is it for me. It is Their City.